Hey guys, Brad M73 here. It is a little after 10 o'clock on Monday, December 9th, 2024. And I don't even remember the last time I recorded, done anything whatsoever for YouTube. But just a quick reminder to like, share, comment, and please subscribe for this and many more videos. So any of you guys who've been really following my channel, I've made a few announcements here lately. Back on, I don't even remember the date. It was the Tuesday before Thanksgiving. My mom fell in her apartment because she probably didn't eat anything in about 2 days. She said she hadn't eaten anything in 2 days. And so her electrolytes were probably all over the place. She probably lost her balance and down she went. I don't know exactly what time. She doesn't really remember. She just said it was after dark, but early. So she wasn't found until the following day, Wednesday morning at 8:30, when one of her caregivers arrived. They originally found her unresponsive, but were able to kind of get her woken up. And she refused to go to the hospital. Absolutely not. I don't know what really happened. It's kind of unclear to me, but I believe that shortly after, I don't know if she went to bed or what happened, but her afternoon caregiver came and found her completely unresponsive. EMS came again, and because it was the second call, they took her to the hospital. They said, nope, we can't not take you. And so she went to the hospital. See, this is fertilizer. Upon her arrival at the hospital, the doctor called me, the emergency room called me, and we're like, this is really bad, and you need to call family and get here. And so I did, and went over to the hospital, which was, I'll tell you guys, one of the most terrifying drives of my life. And I went into the emergency room. They said that she was in room 20, I think it was. And I walk in room 20, and the room was cleared. And my stepsister was with me, and they're like, well, maybe they took her for some x-rays or something like that. I had no idea. But, yeah, that was, I sat there and I just internally was kind of having a complete breakdown. Thankfully, they had just transported her to another room where she could more easily be cared for. So we found they gave us the room number. We had to walk through this maze of a hospital to find her. And I found my mom. And I'm going to be honest, it was literally one of the hardest things I've ever had to see in my life. It was very, very difficult because, my mom, who's usually a very energetic, vibrant, outgoing person, was curled up in a ball. And I won't go into some of the other things that I saw there because it's something that I'm never going to forget, and it's something that I would never wish on anyone. And it's very hard to see, your parent in that position. And I would say she was, if she was at 100% before she was diagnosed with cancer, then in that moment she was probably 3%. And she was finally taking in fluids via IV and glucose via IV. And I have no idea where this tractor is going, but we're going to hope for the best here. Is he going to go and get that one little tiny bit right there? I don't know what's going to happen here. We'll see what's going to happen. So anyway, you know, after some time, she did improve, and you know, throughout that night, she probably went from about 3%, maybe to 10 to 15%, maybe 20%, maybe not even that much, but she was, you know, much better than, you know, when she went in. But that said, it was kind of, I knew that she wasn't gonna recover, like she's not gonna recover from it, and it's really hard. And I'm gonna, hold on just a second, I'm gonna fire the worker here. I'm gonna try to do the rest of this myself, I think. So, you know, throughout the next few days, you know, Thanksgiving came, and Thanksgiving was mostly just phone calls from 8 in the morning until, I don't know, I did make a Thanksgiving turkey, and I made mashed potatoes, and not sure, I don't even recall what else I made at this point. It's just the last week and a half have been such a blur. And I don't want this, first of all, I should have started things off by saying I don't want this to be, I don't want you guys to feel bad for me or bad for my mom, or I don't want you to be depressed about it, because I'm going to tell you guys that since my mom told me of her cancer diagnosis in September of 2020, I've really been living it kind of in my own nightmare of going to bed at night, not being able to sleep, constantly thinking about my mom laying in a coffin or in the hospital hooked up to God knows what. And it's been an excruciating 4 years, more than 4 years. And it's like this entire scenario was the nightmare that I feared for those 4 years. But I will also say this: I have been able to find the strength within myself to overcome that nightmare, and this entire experience has not been the nightmare that I thought it would be. And you know, as every parent and child have their ups and downs, my mom and I have had our ups and downs over the years. I think that's kind of natural. But I've always loved my mom, and you know, like I said, I found strengths within myself that I never thought I have had, or I had, and I've been able to kind of find this experience as and look at it as something uplifting instead of something to be sad about. And that can be, you know, that can obviously be very difficult to do. And I'm kind of shocked myself that I'm even saying that, you know, I'm not saying that my mom's pending death is a positive experience, but, you know, just that I've been able to rise to the challenge and take care of things for her and do things for her that I honestly, I never thought I would have the emotional courage to do. And it's been a gift, and it's been a great comfort. And it's something that I wanted to talk about and tell you guys about. I'm also incredibly disappointed in many ways with the healthcare system here and the speed at which they wanted to discharge my mom from the hospital when I felt she needed critical care. It's tough, and it's an unfortunate side effect of, you know, the changes to the healthcare industry over the last, 15 years or so. It's definitely something that's been frustrating, incredibly frustrating, especially when you have to make decisions in a short period of time about someone's health, and these are life and death decisions, and it's definitely not been easy for me. But my mom's out of the hospital. Well, she was moved out of the hospital, and she's in a nursing home as of tonight, the 9th of December 2024. I do have a meeting with hospice tomorrow with her at the nursing home, and we're going to explore what hospice care is going to mean moving forward, or whether she needs to be taken in to hospice, on an inpatient basis. And so it's been tough. It really has been tough. And I'm doing the absolute best I can. I am my mother's advocate, and she cannot really do much of anything. She can't really lift her hands very much. She can move her hands slightly. She's not going to walk. She's not even going to stand. She told me the other day that one of the nurses sat her up in bed and put her feet on the floor, but I think she was probably dreaming that, because I don't even think she has the strength to set up in bed. So yeah, I don't know. There've definitely been some strange things that she said, like, for example, tonight I got yelled at because she said that my cousins gave her, like, basically in the hospital they have like these buttons that you can push to call the nurse. In many of the hospital beds, they kind of look like a TV remote, but you can get these buttons. They're called it's called a soft touch button, and it has like a little medical heart on it, and it's about the size of the palm of the average person's hand, and it's very sensitive, so you can kind of put it on your belly and almost rest your hand on it, and it'll call the nurse. And she swears up and down that she swore up and down that my cousin actually gave it to her at the nursing home. And keep in mind, she has definitely 1,000% not had one of these at the nursing home. And I'm like, Mom, my cousin didn't give that to you. I think you're confused, and you're thinking about when you had it at the hospital. And oh my gosh, she got really upset and was like, no, she gave it to me. I'm like, I don't think so. And she got really upset. And so I was kind of I'm going to get to the bottom of this, because I looked everywhere I could, and there was definitely not a soft touch button anywhere to be found. So I called one of my cousins, and she's like, nope, we had the one there at the hospital, but she was, my one cousin was only down once to visit, and then that's a whole other thing. That cousin was on vacation with her husband and her daughters, or one of her daughters, and I think her daughter's children. They were in Fiji for like a week and a half or 2 weeks. They come back from Fiji. Now my cousin's husband has a really super bad infection in his leg that's gone to his blood. So he's got phlebitis, and what is the other stuff called? Anyway, it's really bad. And, like, people die from it. And so yeah, we're super duper worried about that. There's another cultivating, so we've got that, and there's a harvesting. Uh-oh. Oh, this is fine. Okay. Oh, cellulitis. He's got cellulitis and phlebitis. They were doing all of these, like, you know, cell cultures and stuff. Some of them they got back the other night to kind of figure out what's going on. He's been in the hospital for like 5 or I think this was day number 5, because he went in, I think, this past Wednesday night. So, you know, everybody, we're all praying for him too. And because, you know, it's definitely something, he's got something you can die from, which is not a good thing to have. But thankfully things are trending in the positive direction for him. So that's a good thing. My mom, however, things aren't really moving in a good direction. You know, she's told me that she is ready to go. That's definitely something that's difficult for me to hear. But, you know, at this point, you know, my mom has said, you know, life is about quality and not necessarily quantity. And my mom's lived a very full life. She really has. And that's something that's something very admirable and to be thankful for, that she's had the opportunities that she's had. Another thing that's also been incredibly humbling for me are the people and the caliber of people that came to the hospital, you know, from her church or from her community, her friends, and all of them just had such good things to say about my mom. So, you know, that's something that's very humbling, and it's something that I feel, you know, quite proud of, to be honest. That she's had that kind of a positive impact on people, and so again, that's another way that I think I've been able to find strength in myself, by seeing the outpouring of love and support from people and friends all over the country and the world, and also you guys too. I mean, just the amount of messages that I've gotten from you guys, you know, with your positive wishes, positive thoughts, positive prayers, even if you're not religious, you know, just having us in your thoughts is really meant a lot to me. And I've passed on many of your messages to her, and sometimes I'll just sit there next to the hospital bed and just kind of read off comments, you know, wishing her well. But this isn't something that I don't think she's gonna recover from this, and she's probably never gonna come home. And she's probably going to need long-term care moving forward. That said, most of the the primary doctor that she was treated by when she first arrived in the hospital, he thought, you know, a day or two and that's going to be it. And the fact that she's still here, I don't know. I don't even know how to explain it. But you know, what's going to happen moving forward, I don't really know. And here's the thing, to any of you guys who've been following my channel since way back in 2015 when my father passed away very suddenly. The last time I ever spoke to my father was on December 10th of 2015, which will be 9 years tomorrow. And he said, well, I tried to contact my dad on the 11th, and I didn't get an answer. And also, well, on the 12th is when I went over and couldn't get in the house and called the police, and you know, we broke the door in and found him. And my mom, like, she's like, I'm leaving on, she's like, I mean, all day today, she's like, I'm leaving tomorrow. And I said, what are you doing? Are you trying to make like December 10th the worst day for me? I mean, it would be like, part of me thinks, you know, it would be kind of ironic if she were to pass on the 10th or the 11th, because I think, you know, that would definitely make it feel like, I don't know, it would just be very ironic that both my mom and my dad would pass on this almost the same day or the same day, you know. And I'm okay with that, honestly. Like, now, I think I'm okay with it. And whatever happens is going to happen. It's out of my hands. I can't fix this. I can just try to be with my mom and make sure she gets her ice chips and feed her water, and that's all she's wanted. She doesn't want any food. She just wants, you know, ice chips and, you know, some sips of water now and again. So, and that's, you know, that's really, I guess, what my duty has been, is just to try to make things comfortable for her. And if these are her final days, then that's just the way things are, I guess. You know, we could have all kinds of philosophical discussions and metaphysical discussions and just whatever, but yeah, it's definitely been a difficult journey for sure. Did I hit the thing there? That camera. Is it coming across the river? Oh, it is. Okay. So that's kind of like the update on my mom. You know, she's in nursing home. And here's the other kicker. All of her vitals are great. You know, blood pressure is like 120 over 50. You know, kind of, you know, low 50s. I think the other day it was like 53 or 54. Diastolic's kind of low, but for someone in her position, they say that's, you know, not bad. The systolic is good. 120 is pretty good. Her heart rate's around 80. Her blood oxygen level's great. It's like 97, you know, 96, 97%, somewhere like in that range. She just says, like, you know, sometimes she does seem confused, and, you know, she's said to me a few times she just wants to die, or she wants to leave, she wants to climb the wall, she wants to open the red door. I said, whoa, you got to watch the red doors, make sure you touch the handle of it, make sure it's not hot before you open the red door. And, you know, another thing too is, I've tried to make her laugh as much as possible, and to keep her in good spirits, and keep her smiling as much as I possibly can. And I feel that for the most part, I've been successful. You know, there have been some bouts of confusion and delusion. There was a brown box that had some antiques that my mom wanted one of her cousins to have, and she really argued with me about, you know, the EMTs taking it to the hospital with her on the ambulance. And I'm like, no, they are not going to take a box of antiques on the ambulance with you. That's absolutely ridiculous. And yet she really got mad and yelled at me, and she said, yes, they did. That box is here, and we looked everywhere for it. And finally I went to her apartment and I found it. And even though I found it there, her cousin had the box. And it's just been kind of bizarre having those kind of, seeing my mom in that kind of a confused state. And that's probably just because she's refusing food. And, but, I don't want you guys to be sad. I want this to be a positive and uplifting experience. It's something that every single one of us is going to go through someday. And, as tough as I thought this was going to be, and as sad as I thought I was going to be, and I thought I was going to be depressed, and I wasn't going to be able to, get out of bed or go to the bank or go to do this or go do that. Friday morning, or actually all day Friday, I was running around all over town trying to find a nursing home that wasn't, a shithole. And that's I don't cuss on my channel that much, but I am absolutely shocked at the deplorable conditions of a lot of nursing homes in this area. It's absolutely shocking. And the one that she's in, it's new, it's fairly new. I think she said they built it about 8 years ago. And when I went in there, it just had this feeling like my mom would really like this place. And yeah, that's the one thing that I'm gonna say. And I'm sorry, I'm gonna apologize to my audience. I hope you guys understand. It's not a word that I use with malice. But I'm absolutely shocked at the condition of, well, 2 of the nursing homes I went to were horrible, and the other 2 were, nice. Like the last 2, I would, definitely have no problem staying in myself. But the one she ended up in, I think, was the best overall, and it was actually less expensive than the other one that was that was really nice. So yeah, I never thought in a million years that I would have the inner strength to go and do that. Everything that happened on Friday, and to assert myself with the people at the hospital, because they definitely dropped the ball on multiple fronts. And yeah, it was kind of a I don't want to use that word again. Anyway, I got things taken care of. She's in a good place. They are taking great care of her, and I'm going over I've been over every single day. I've been with my mom every single day for hours and hours every day. I was there from a little bit after 4 until yes, I think I got there about a quarter after 4 today, and I was there till about a quarter after 8 this evening. And oh, you know what I should be doing? I should be using steering assist, and why I'm not, I don't know. I was going full manual there. How about them apples? So that's the huge mom update. I'm not really sure if I've missed out on much of anything, but again, I want to thank all of you who've left comments on my videos of support and love, and I'm humbled. My mom is very appreciative as well, and just the people that have, you know, called or texted or, you know, posted on social media or on my YouTube videos, like you guys. You know, it's just all really appreciated, and it really means a lot. So I definitely appreciate that. I don't know when my mom is going to leave. I know that that's what she wants. And whether that's outside of her control, I don't know. But yeah, it just, I just, please keep sending your thoughts and prayers, and just hope for a painless passing. That's been a great blessing as well, is that she's not been any pain. I think I mentioned that earlier, and you know, that definitely makes this process easier to deal with as well. You know, to know that she's not having any major pain. So that's definitely something to be thankful for. But yeah, so thank you guys, and we're gonna continue doing some farming here. In other news, I had to buy a new phone because are we done with all the, let's see, I think we might be done with all, let's see here. So this is all harvesting. So yeah. What? We only got 2 bales off this field. I feel like some of them had to have rolled down somewhere. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I'm not seeing any bales anywhere. Of course, with my luck, it would have, like, rolled way... Like, what's that? What is that? Oh, I think it's a sign or something. Like, they would have rolled way down here. And we'd have to, like, run... Like, there would be one stuck way underneath the bridge. Well, I'm not seeing anything. Now, we might end up getting a lot of extra money when we sell these bales. Wait a sec. All right, we'll see how much money we get. Really? Only an extra $775? Okay. Fine then. I didn't think it, I thought we'd get way more than that. All right. So there's another $5,000. How much are we up to now? 142,000. All right. Oh yeah. Golly, look at that. Ah. I think that, darn it, this was, I think, the same cultivator that we just had. I probably had to finish those last cultivating jobs before it would give me this one. This is a really big one. It's the really big. Oh, I should have gone the other way. That would have been actually faster, I think. Oh well. Okay. Why is it not? Oh. There we go. I was like, what is happening? Yeah, I noticed that one of the things that was happening with my phone when I was going to the hospital is it was only lasting for like 2 hours, maybe 3. And so I was like, yeah, I need to, start thinking about buying a new phone. My phone's like, I don't even know, like 4 years old or something. Might be older than that. So I went down to the Apple store and I bought an iPhone 16 Pro Max. I got the 512 gig version, not the 1 terabyte version. That's still kind of crazy. So it's I'm still getting used to it. It's kind of weird, but I like the camera on it a lot. It's got really nice low light capability on it, especially for video. I was really impressed. So that's kind of cool. Other than that, literally, I am kind of in the dark. I still have another Star Citizen video. I think the best in show video. I need to put that together. I don't know if I'll do that tonight or when I'll do it, but I'm gonna try to get that done. And then I'm gonna get this video will be up on the morning of the 10th. So I really hope that my mom doesn't go on the 10th or the 11th. But if that's what's destined to be, then that's what's I'm sure I'll make an announcement, and I'll probably make a video when I'm ready. And I think I'm ready. Like I think. Like I've been able to talk with my mom about this whole process, and I'm gonna be okay. I know that I'm gonna be okay, and it's gonna be hard. I'm gonna miss my mom, and I'm not gonna be able to call her anymore for advice on this or that, but I'm gonna be okay. And that gives me great comfort. It really does. And now I want to buy this cultivator, so I have another one. Well, we can actually look at the store. Let's see, which one is this one? Is it this one? I wonder if it says... I know. That was totally my fault. But does it say on the job? Oh, man. That's the same thing. So what is it? See, it's got this coming down and that little thing there. So it's not that one. I think it's this one. which requires a 260 horsepower tractor. Oh, that was the wage payment. So let's see. Wait. Let's see. Where's our equipment? Long planks. That's 225. That was 116. So I don't really have a tractor powerful enough for it. How much was it? 97,000. Wow. I mean, eventually we're going to have to buy one. So, oh wait, what was the width on it? 9 meters. See, I could get a coon that's like almost as wide, and we could definitely get that for half the price. It'd be a little bit narrower. I mean, just like that, we're 20% done. Sorry if I just made a slurping sound. I know some of you don't like that. Well, oops. So what other jobs do we have? Oh, how much time do I have left? I don't think I've got too much time left. Oh, we got a little over 10 minutes. See, here's another one down there, field 91. I'm just going to borrow it. What is that weird sound? Okay, I don't know what he's doing. I will tell you one thing. Another thing that's changed is probably my voice a little bit. I've probably never talked on the phone so much in my life as I have in the last week and a half. I mean, just this morning I was on the phone from before 9:30, probably 9 a.m. until maybe like probably like 3:30, and then I was still on the phone a little bit between 3:30 and 4:15 or so whenever I got to the nursing home to visit with my mom, and I even had to make a couple calls while I was there. So Yeah, that's just been nutty, is all the phone calling I've had to do. All right, so when we get up here to field 91, so let's go here. I'm going to do the maximum number of head rows I can. Going to click OK, and then I'm going to just click higher. And let's see what he does. Yeah, my voice some of these days has been slightly hoarse by the time I got home. Definitely being in the hospital, because the hospitals are so dry. And I was talking with one of the nurses about it, and apparently it's because they do it to keep the air constantly circulating, and they keep it dry so that they don't get like fungal buildup, like buildups of fungus in the hospital. So, okay, I totally got it. I learned something about hospitals. Come on, dude. Oh, you know what? I just realized what the other hired worker went to do. He went to do it like this. Yep. What'd I tell you? Okay, so we're 30% complete. See what other jobs are out there. Harvesting. Some people were saying that, like, no, you can do these jobs, but you have to, like, sync up the tipper with the combine. That was something that I definitely tried to do, I don't know, a couple videos ago, and it just did not work. We've got plowing, sowing, and our favorite is wood transport. Dead wood. Oh, we could do this one. I am just going to accept that contract. Where is it? Great. Okay. Look how pretty that is. This game's really, really nice. Oh, can I go? All right, kids, let's start looking for dead. Okay, there's one. That's probably one. Yep. Ha! Hey, I didn't think that was going to fall all the way down. Well, there's 3, looks like 4 right here. Oh! Something right there. Wait, is that the same tree? Nope, that must be outside. That's outside the zone. We've got one more to go. Could be this one. And it is not. Even though that one is definitely dead. This is the one we were just at, right? Yeah. I mean, there's that tree right there. That's the one I think we cut that. And there's this one here. But that's outside of the ring. So I think if I cut that, we're going to get in trouble. Oh, there it is. I just want to go back over here, see if there's, you know, a chance I might want to drag a log back here. Ooh. Yeah, we're full here. Now, so those are the planks. Those are the long ones. What do we need here? So we just need wood beams for this. So we can take these. Let's see. How much time do I have left? Oh, we're at an hour. Okay. My mouse is super sensitive. So I'll drive these down. We'll drop them off, and I think that'll kind of finish things out for this episode. Where, you know, when I'm going to be able to record next, I just don't know. It's going to, you know, if my mom were to go downhill suddenly, that's going to be, you know, there's going to have to be things that I'm going to have to do. That I'm not really sure I'm gonna know how to do yet, but I will. I'll learn and I'll deal with it. But if I'm able to kind of get a little bit of normalcy in my mom's life, she doesn't like it when I'm not there with her. And I'm kind of doing the best I can because this is really a full-time job. It really is. And it's something that takes precedent over YouTube. And I'm sorry, guys, I love y'all, but you know, this is something that obviously needs to be dealt with first. And then I'll be back, you know, when well, you know what I'm trying to say. And I don't want to take a lot of time off. You know, I enjoy what I'm doing, and I know that my mom would want me to continue doing what I love to do. And as long as it's not like murdering people or, you know, eating animals raw, you know, nothing like that. You know, if I'm generally following the law and being a mostly decent person, I think I'm okay. And I hope I meet that bar at some minimum. I know I'm self-deprecating, but hey. But yeah, you know, I think that I'll take care of what I need to take care of. And I'll get back to doing what I love doing. And, you know, maybe in the near future sometime I might take a week or two off and finally just, you know, maybe get a vacation under my belt where, you know, I'm not thinking at all about YouTube, and then I can really come back, you know, fresh and recharged. But I don't know. Maybe not. I hope so. We'll see what happens. It's here, right? Product sold. What? So it's got long planks. We need a lot more log planks and a lot more beams. That's kind of interesting that it says I have 1,000 planks in storage. I mean, I dropped planks off here, but it looks like the long planks is going down already. I don't know. Weird. Let's... Are you kidding me? 100% reachable. Now it works fine. Alright, so we've got this guy rolling. Wow, it's a pretty windy day here. No time acceleration, and look at those clouds. Could be one of those famous October tornadoes. Alright guys, well that is going to be it for me tonight. I want to thank you guys again for all the best wishes and all the love and all the support you've given to me and to my mom here recently. Again, I really, really appreciate it. You guys are all caught up with kind of the goings on. And, you know, I do hope that my mom sticks around for as long as possible, but I also know that she's ready to go, and and she wants to go, I think, which is hard. And so, you know, when the inevitable comes to pass, you know, I'll definitely let you guys know. I'm sure I'll talk about it a lot, and I don't want to, like, scare anybody away. But I talk about stuff on my channel with you guys. Ooh, he's taking the route around. Oh, all right. This will be done like really quick. So, you know, hopefully I'll have enough time tomorrow night where I'll be able to come and make another episode. I know my mom said she wants to go tomorrow, and we'll see if that happens. Like I said, I hope she doesn't. I think it would be somewhat poetic if she did. Ironic, because like I said, my father passed, I think, on the 10th, possibly the 11th, depending on, well, I'll just never know. But I always think of the 10th as the last day that I ever talked with my dad. So, you know, whatever happens, happens. It's in God's hands if you believe in such things. I'm not, I don't know. There's a lot of philosophy and discussion we can have about whatever beliefs we have. But again, thank you guys so much. I love you all, and we'll see you back in the next episode. And hopefully you found this video somewhat inspiring and uplifting. and and hopeful, and hopefully you're able to find some strength within yourself, as I found within myself in these recent days. Because again, I didn't know that I had it in me until I didn't have a choice anymore. I had to put aside any fears that I had and deal with the moment. And it's really been good. It really has been good. So if there's anything that I can definitely thank my mom for, it's for somehow giving me the strength to push through and get things done that I needed to get done for her. So anyway, like, share, comment, subscribe. Again, thank you all so much for joining me, and I hope to see you back very soon for more Farming Simulator 25. I'm Bradham73. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.